everyone, welcome back to Battery Not Included session. Today we are going to continue with our third series. Yeah, this is the charging place. So first of all, my name is Caris and we have...
And I'm CS. Nice meeting everyone.
Yeah, nice meeting everyone here. Today we are so honored because we have our friend Hui Shan here. Hui Shan, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Wow, okay. Hey, thank you guys for having me here today. Okay, my name is Hui Shan. I am actually a business coach.
Yeah, so Hui Shan, would you like to share with us, tell us more a little bit about your service?
Okay, sure. Okay, I'm actually a chartered accountant by training. So, but for the last 15 years, I've been doing business coaching. So, what I do is I'll be helping like small businesses, especially even employees who've never started a business in their whole life, and suddenly they are looking at it and says, "Hey, I want to do my business. How?" That's where I come in. So, because I've got a program that actually helps people, and you could be like, for example, an employee, and the employee could be at this moment, I'm looking for second income. So it's like, oh, what can I do? So another group is also could be employees and you're being retrenched. It's like, oh, die, what now? What can I do? And the third one could be someone who's also perhaps an employee again and says, hey, I want to retire. How can I have a purposeful retirement? And even if you're not an employee and suddenly you wake up one day and says, hey, I think business is the way to go. That is where I come in, and I've got a program to actually help people to move it from A, B, C, so that you have got clarity about what needs to be done, so that with that clarity, suddenly it's like, this is the way to move forward. Yeah, so that's what I have.
Oh, wow, that's very, 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 very interesting, Hui Shan. Can you tell us more about some of the challenges you're facing in your career? Like any difficult customers or difficult situation where you are helping your customer to resolve?
Right. Okay. Very good question. Because in business, right, we are always talking about, business is changing, ever changing. But unfortunately, a lot of people, despite the mind, they want to change, the heart, they want to change, but the action cannot change. And this is perhaps the biggest challenge. One story came in mind. There's a real life story. This is three generation. So we have got the grandpa, the pa, and the grandson. So actually the grandson is the one that came to look for me and says, hey, our family business is not doing well. So my grandpa, he's already in his 70s, is still holding on to power, and the business is dropping. And he says, in my business, you cannot believe it, we are still doing manual accounting. Those things, when you open up the books, the paper and all those things, he's still using that. Yep, his grandpa is holding onto it. And no computer, because grandpa doesn't know how to use computer. So every time they want to do a stock take, right? So so they'll have to go and physically count and tell them, hey, don't have stock. So so the grandson was saying that how to survive. And according to their business at this moment, they're really dropped by more than 30% already.
Oh no.
And yet, this grandson has actually went to talk to pa and grandpa, and the feedback that he got was like, hey, come on, child, wait for your turn. Grandpa is in charge, okay? So grandpa, when I'm done, I will pass it to your pa. And from your pa, we'll pass to you. So our poor, grandson is saying that by the time you reach to me, actually nothing left already. So that was his concern. So he came and asked me, he says, Coach, what can I do, right? So this is something whereby, it's something very, very real. It happens a lot in traditional business. Sometimes, it is hard for us to interfere into the business itself because this is a family matter, right? We're not going to ask the grandson and says, hey, you got to fight your grandpa, nothing like that. So the only thing that what I can advise him to do is like, hey, because we all know in business, the main thing is actually the marketing. If you don't do marketing, right, you will have the best product, you cannot survive. So what happened now is like, the advice is, okay, grandson, why don't you go and start an online business, take care of the marketing, make sure that, you bring in the sales, right? And if, let's say, pa and grandpa cannot supply to you because you may have a different trend, a different style, right? Doesn't matter, right? If there is still a demand for that product, bring in as one of your suppliers, and as the meantime, focus on building the business.
I thought that your solution provided was actually quite good. I mean, it balanced out, so letting the grandpa still continue to do what he always enjoyed, and at the same time provide a solution for the grandson to support the family business as well. So Oh, that's very well done. I like that story. I like the example.
Thanks.
So well done. Then,
Yeah.
Chris, maybe you can tell me a little bit about Hui Shan, because you've been to her training before. So tell me what you think of Hui Shan's training.
Oh, all right. Okay, yeah, so thank you for asking me this question. Yes, definitely. I actually attended Hui Shan's training for 2 times, right? The second time was just thought that I would like to revisit and to to refresh myself. But I think her class actually I find it very amazing for actually very suitable for people like us, for a new startup, because in anywhere else, whether it's beginning of the business or in the middle, right, or no matter how many years, we actually will have the problem with a blind spot. That means that we start at somewhere and we don't know what to do, right? So I think with the session, it's good for us to actually find back ourselves and reassure our goal again. Why are we starting this business in the first place? I think this is very important. I think I'm very grateful to have Hui Shan class. This is the one point that the biggest takeaway for myself. Yeah, so through her class, she actually teach us how to scale and how to continue on again. Yeah, so I think it's really, really a good session for me.
So
Thank you
Hui
so
Shan's
much.
not just a business coach; she's actually a mentor as well. That's wonderful.
Yes, definitely. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank
Well
you.
done,
Thank
well
you.
done.
Yeah.
Oh well, I think that's the end of our session for today. Thank you so much, Hui Shan, for joining our of today's program. For all the audience here, if you want to find out more about Hui Shan is going to give us a talk this coming Friday. So if you'd like to join us to listen to this talk, please drop us a message in the comments, and then we send you the Zoom link. Okay, that's all. And then
Awesome.
thank you very
Thank
much,
you so
and
much
then I'll
for
see you all
having me here
again.
today. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, 不可以，真的。
Your fingers cacat also.